Welcome to 5 Films to Die For. I am the captain, taking a break from the world of pro wrestling to bring you a brand new show where like-minded film buffs bring me 5 films that they can't live without. Joining me for the first episode is a great friend of mine on the other side of the Atlantic who I've been podcasting on and off with for 9 years. He was once my co-host on Max Wrestling and Netpicks. He is also known for his work such as On the Mic with Mike, Stephen Mike Show, and in Lingerie Fighting Championship. His name is the podcast machine, Mike Larkin.
Say my name and I appear. I am Mike Larkin. It feels good to be
That
on
was
here
in perfect sync.
Yes! It feels so good not to be in Riyadh. We won't go there. But it feels so good to be here on the 5 Films to Die For, just to talk movies with you like we've done for 9 years, like you mentioned, on and off, but really get to do it in this platform. I'll do it. I'm excited.
Yeah, movies is not something new to us, especially the two of us. I've done Netpicks with you, I've done Hidden Gems with The Butcher, and it feels good to get back into talking about movies again. But yeah, we've been podcasting on and off for 9 years, and anybody who has seen Mike and I on Max Wrestling together for over the years, you'd know that we very often trail off into movie references.
Yeah, to put it like this, to add to your point, and I don't mean to start giggling already, but here it comes. If y'all want to know how bad professional wrestling was when we started doing Max Wrestling together and me coming aboard the Max Wrestling podcast, when Vince McMahon was booking his complete and utter shit, to put it in the bluntest of terms, we would just go off on pop culture, just talking about even friggin' things like, goddamn, Meet Me at the Crossroads and everything from, who the hell was the name of that group in friggin' the UK? That was terrible. The UK pop group.
Blazing Squad.
Fucking Blazing Squad. Awful. Just like we would go into like stuff like that because we didn't want to talk about how bad wrestling was.
No.
You just go off.
We survived the 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 era.
Yes.
2020, they did what they could.
Yes.
Some of it made absolutely no sense, like Rey Mysterio losing an eye and then getting thrown off the roof and then coming back to life, but whatever.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do in the pandemic, right? You gotta do what you gotta do.
At least it didn't stop.
No, that's a plus. Absolutely.
So yes, we've talked about movies many times, and we're probably going to throw in some references today that you've heard before because I got a pretty good idea of the type of movies that we're going to be talking about. So before we begin, just off topic, well, not off topic, but apart from the 5 that you brought with you, what was the last movie you watched?
So the last movie I did watch, just because it actually wasn't a movie, it was a documentary, because it's been a while since I watched movies. I think the last one I really sat down in the theaters to watch, because we love the Rocky series, you and I and many of everybody who does listen to this, the Creed series, it's been a while. But I think the one thing that I really was interested in, just because of hometown, the Go-Go Beach Killer, because that dude was so effed up, and it really got into really explore like what his thought process was when that fateful night happened when he did that. So, I mean, I've kind of been in more of the documentary side of things, and I think the last movie was a while ago, Creed, because, again, with the addition of Netflix and Tubi and everything that we have now, it's been a while. But, yeah, I watched that documentary on the Go-Go Beach Killer, which still just goes out there. But, yeah, I'm more of the documentary cat, but I think the last one I really saw in the theaters was the Creed movies.
Yeah, Tubi's creeping up on Netflix like TNA was in the early 2000s, creeping up on WWE.
Absolutely, and I say this even with Tubi, for the wrestling fans that listen to this, you definitely should check out Evolve, because Evolve is awesome. They have everything on there. There was actually a documentary I watched. This is how in depth I've been going with the documentaries. They did this one about the OnlyFans killer, and all right, so this I could just see his face. This woman murdered her boyfriend, but from what she claims is she threw the knife at him because they were in an argument. She just chucked this knife. And it goes into the fact that, did she really chuck the knife or did she really kill him? Were they in this abusive relationship? Was it really her? Was it really him? And then they went into the whole realm of what OnlyFans is. So it's interesting, but it's also just shows the dangers of just relationships and what OnlyFans and all that can do. So it's interesting, even though the title movie.
That defense reminds me of Hot Fuzz. It was just an accident. Accidentally cut his head off while shaving.
Yes, an accident. I just threw this knife directly at him and got him right here. I just accidentally threw it. I just have good aim.
I'm a darts player.
Cosplay.
Okay. I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen the Creed trilogy. I love the Rocky series. I've seen all of them. Love Rocky Balboa, which was the sixth one, which was kind of like a requel before requels were a thing. But I haven't seen any of the Creeds yet, but I have heard they're really good.
Oh, they absolutely are. It starts, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but I will say, folks, if you want to see the rise of Creed and what we get to see in the third one, especially with one of his people that he grew up with that came out of jail and everything that goes into that influx, it's really good. It really gives you a perspective of how he grew up and that being Adonis Creed and Rocky Balboa. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. No little Marie. It ain't all right.
It ain't all right.
You know, right? Hey, yo, what? Say sorry. That guy sends his apologies.
Just gonna leave it on here on the steps.
Steps. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, dog should have a name, you know. Call it Punchy.
Punchy.
I like it.
I like it.
Speaking of Michael B. Jordan, it's not the last film that I watched, but it is my favorite film of the year that I've watched so far, and that's Sinners, which Michael B. Jordan played double in. I think it's on demand now, so if anybody hasn't seen that, I highly recommend that one. It is basically a modern day From Dusk Till Dawn with with some Irish dancing. One of the best scenes in the movie.
I have to check that out. That sounds really good.
Okay, so let's dive into it. What are your 5 films to die for in no particular order?
Okay, since we were on the topic of wrestling, I'll go with this one because not only is it something that you and I like, as well that David liked, God rest his soul, but something that you and Mo have talked about many a times, and it's one that we love so much. Even we love it to death, even though they say it was one of the worst movies ever, but it's so bad that it's good. I got to go with Sal Mandini Wanna Wrestle, Ready to Rumble. David Arquette.
I will die on this hill and I will defend Ready to Rumble until that day. It is an excellent comedy movie about wrestling. What more do you want?
Absolutely. I mean, people will say what it was, but I mean, we got a young John Cena in the background as well in that movie. We got Goldberg. We got Jimmy King, baby. We got so many things that went into that movie and everything that was so funny about it. Just because David Arquette, yes, it gave us David Arquette as the WCW champion, which, you know, bro, I have no regrets and everything in that. We were on the cover of TV Guide.
You know what, though? Vince Russo made himself WCW champion, so
he can't say anything.
Yeah. No, I love Ready to Rumble. And Oliver Platt was the perfect choice for the lead actor who wasn't actually a wrestler in real life. Everybody else was a wrestler, apart from David Arquette, who became a wrestler. But, man, it's probably one of the very few times I've enjoyed seeing Goldberg, too. Love his scene.
Jimmy King's all right with me. And Sting and Goldberg just, yes.
You puked on me. The audience liked it. I was your partner.
That and the fact that we're men. We're not. You love Jimmy King. I love Jimmy King. We're grown men, and we're not afraid to say that we love other men. He just hits them. Do me.
I don't know what people's problem is with Ready to Rumble. I think the main thing when it first came out was people were pissed that it was exposing how much of a work wrestling is. But at the same time, kayfabe's dead. We know how wrestling works. It doesn't matter anymore. But they also tried to fit a little bit of fantasy into it where they kind of blurred the lines between how wrestling actually works and like the main event in the film wasn't planned. It was like a real grudge match.
That's what made it so good. I mean, and DDP playing the role that he did, because Diamond Dallas Page was the perfect heel to Jimmy King's babyface. And I mean, it also gave us one of the greatest lines ever from Sean Conn with, "You shouldn't be standing so close to the cage when a ladder match is going on." Like stuff like that. That just makes you laugh hysterically. And it showcases the triple cage. And I mean, even you mentioned the time being 2000, it's like Vince McMahon had already gone on multiple interviews and many things in syndication where he's just like, yeah, it's a work. And Vince McMahon has even admittedly said this, so it's just like you can be pissed at it, but still, we all knew.
Yeah,
we all knew.
And Vince's famous quote, "Oh, well, I'm not in the wrestling business. I'm in the sports entertainment business."
Exactly.
And this was when kayfabe was still very much a thing, and The Undertaker would almost never appear out of character. He always wore black. And you look at him now, and he's on podcasts and everything.
Yeah. As everybody's giving him a bad rep because the old guy that he was with, the gentleman he was with before, Michelle McCool, they thought was better than Michelle McCool. And I mean, I've seen it. Michelle McCool is just there, but it's a different dynamic. It's a husband and wife dynamic. You know, Michelle McCool will pipe in every once in a while, but it's mostly the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Happens. Yeah. Yeah.
Some people just aren't cut out for podcasting.
No, no, they are not. We can think of some of us collectively, so we know.
Yeah, but I think even non-wrestling fans could enjoy Ready to Rumble for the comedy element that it brings, and pretty much every line Oliver Platt says is fucking funny. For example, "Oh, you crushed my Butterfinger, baby."
Crush my Butterfinger, baby.
So, for those that haven't seen it, Oliver Platt, who's been in so many things, I specifically remember him from Dr. Dolittle. And he was also brilliant in the original Lake Placid, not the fucking horrific sequels that came after, but the original was actually pretty funny. And Oliver Platt plays a very, very popular fan favorite in WCW. He's the world champion, and stuff happens behind the scenes. The booker colludes with DDP, who's the heel, to defeat Jimmy King for the title. Jimmy King had no idea about it. They beat the shit out of him in the ring. He loses his job, and he becomes a disgruntled ex-wrestler living in a trailer. And his two biggest fans come to search for him to bring him back to WCW. That's the basis of the story.
I mean, come on, man. It's not even a pay-per-view. That's the best part of it. Like, it's not even a pay-per-view. Like, stuff like that, like those little one-liners, and also the fact that I even have to say it like this is the fact that, first of all, the fact that they're friggin' in the bus with the nuns, and they're friggin' singing "Running with the Devil" with the nuns to go friggin' all the way to search for Jimmy King to get the arena. It's hilarious. They're just, and the nuns are getting down with it. And also one of the best soundtracks, Dazzy, one of my favorite songs of the late 90s, 2000s, that scene where they're driving and you hear Lit in the background. It's no surprise to me. I am my own worst enemy. Like, come on now.
I thought you were going to talk about the scene where they're in the nerdy kid's bedroom, and then all of a sudden the Scott Kahn comes in singing and dancing "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
That too. That too. But that's the point of it, folks. These films are just so classic. It relates to pop culture. And also the dad is just, wrestling is fake. Wrestling is not fake. And then he's like, my kid almost threw his whole life away from that. Your kid's making money off of that. I will bust you. Like, come on now. Come on. They're getting proud at the end.
Also, can we give a shout out to Aunt Hilda for Jimmy King's ex-wife?
Caroline Ray was amazing in that movie.
Like, I only knew her really from Sabrina, and then the next thing I know, she's freaking coming out of this trailer, scratching her crotch with a cigarette in her hand, probably half drunk.
I got crabs, you son of a bitch.
You tell that son of a bitch he owes me alimony.
And his friggin' kid's teeth is just, all buggety.
And dental payments, yeah.
Yes, it's stupid, but yes, it is very funny. It's very funny.
Very much a product of the time. A lot of the comedy movies in the early 2000s were like that. It was dumb jokes, toilet humor, but they did it so well. Like American Pie. American Pie gets looked at now, and it shocks the hell out of Gen Z. They're like, "Oh, this is so offensive. You can't make this anymore." It's not offensive. It wasn't offensive then. It's only offending you because you're soft. Soft.
Soft. SAWFT. Soft. No, did you see what they said about it? They're just like, oh, this must be for incels and say it's okay to act sexualized towards women. I'm like, no, it's a comedy and it's funny. It goes with what the '90s represented in high school of losing your virginity. It's a film of the time, but it still resonates with a lot of people. Only you are doing that way because, like Dazzy said, you're soft. But also at the same time, too, we have now a label and a warning for Rush Hour. That's like, why are you putting a label on Rush Hour, one of the greatest movies ever with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Come on, man. They're killing it for all of us, man. Fuckers.
I fucking love that scene.
Me too. Me too.
But I don't really think there was anything offensive about Ready to Rumble that I can remember.
No.
It was just
No.
good jokes. And Sal Bandini, yeah, he was the veteran old wrestler who would secretly train people in his apartment. And I just love the scene where he's going a little rough on Jimmy King. So Jimmy King kicks him in the face and knocks him out. And they're just like, dude, you kicked an old guy in the face. And he's got, crazy son of a bitch, you're trying to kill me.
Oh boy, yes.
You mentioned a triple cage, Joe. That's one thing I love about Ready to Rumble is they brought in a triple cage, which was a WCW thing, but it worked differently in WCW. It was literally just a cage on top of a cage on top of a cage, and they wrestled in the ring. But in this, wait, no, did they start at the top? I can't remember. But anyway, it wasn't like it was in the movie. And I thought the movie version was a much better concept.
Oh, agreed. I think the only remembrance of the triple cage I remember in actual WCW was when Chris Kanyon, God rest his soul, took that bump like off the top of it. And I'm like, Jesus, thank God he's not dead. Because, my God, the way he took that bump at the time was just nuts.
Yeah. I mean, DDP took a solid bump in the film. Went all the way from the top to the bottom.
Backdrop through the cage. Oh, that hurt.
It's like Mick Foley times 3.
Yes, very much so.
And then you got David Arquette riding the motorbike up down the ramp, somehow flies into the air over the top rope and into the cage.
Yes, and I will say this: the song playing in the background, Bob with the bang, the dang, diggy, 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 said the boogie, out jump the boogie.
That was the SummerSlam theme.
Yes, it was. Kid Rock and
2007, 8.
Yes, something like that. That's
I remember
right.
DX being in the commercial at a barbecue.
Oh no, wait. Okay, hold on. That's a different song. So all right, hold on. I'm gonna look this up now because I know what you're talking about. So Bob with the Bob and Kid Rock can go fuck himself, by the way, but that's a great song. But Bob with the Bob was 99. SummerSlam 2006, the one that Dazzy's thinking of, is My Style is the Bomb de dang de dang diggity. That's the Kangaroos.
Those are different songs?
That's a different song.
Oh.
It's gonna bug me now because this my style is the bomb de bomb. It's in my head. The dang it go on the being with the bomb de dang. Yeah, it's Cobra Style by the Teddy Bears.
Yes, I thought they were the same song.
Just because somebody says Bob with the bomb doesn't mean
it's like most music nowadays. I think it's all the same song.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, Mac Miller, we just passed away. Like, we had the anniversary of his death. One of his biggest songs with Ariana Grande was The Way, which for those here in the States and people worldwide, if you're familiar with the rap game, is pretty much sampling's Big Pun and Joe's I'm Still Not a Player, but You Still Hate It type of vibe. So, I mean, it samples everything, but nobody's original anymore.
Well, it took me years to realize Kid Rock actually was sampling 2 songs in All Summer Long. It wasn't just Sweet Home Alabama. It was also Werewolves of London. Yep. Which I've also now come to love as a great song.
Didn't he? That was also the summer. No, that was a Backlash theme song. We were trying different things.
Yeah, because it made no sense. Backlash is in April, and they're using All Summer Long as a theme song.
Yes, Batista and the Undertaker having this blood feud, but in the background singing "Sweet Home Alabama" all summer long.
Great pay-per-view, great match. But I don't know why they use All Summer Long in April.
My thing to you as well. Remember, like when Randy Orton and John Cena first wrestled at SummerSlam in 2007, and then all of a sudden you hear in the background Cat the Luna, look at me, have to go ahead, wind up and wind up. Like, this is not a song that the man just got RKO'd on a chair. I like your little, but the man just got RKO'd on a chair, and it's like, we got to go ahead, this is not the time to be celebrating. It's like when what's his name? Cool for the Summer with Seth Rollins and John Cena with friggin' Demi Lovato, and I'm like, this is not a happy song. Go ahead, Des, say it. Say it.
Well, I gotta say, Jelly Roll. I like Jelly Roll, and I like him even more since SummerSlam and everything. But in the last Final Destination film, on the soundtrack, there was a song by Jelly Roll and I can't think who he did it with, but it's called Bloodlines. And I'm pretty sure they only used it for Final Destination because it was called Final Destination Bloodlines, and the song doesn't fit at all. Because Final Destination is obviously about cheating death and there's these gruesome death scenes and it's very violent and everything. And then the song is just like so upbeat. It just doesn't fit. And a lot of pay-per-view songs, like you just said, don't fit.
Don't fit.
Nowadays, none of them fucking fit because they're just generic crap.
Now, come on, you want to hear Fiend by Travis Scott over and over again? Fiend.
I keep forgetting that Travis Scott is actually the main theme song for Raw. Because they play it every now and then. And you can't really tell what it is or who sings it or whatever. But then if you have the subtitles on, which I do because I can't hear without my subtitles, it'll say Travis Scott playing. I'm like, no.
Fuck no.
No, thank you. Don't remind me. Man, so Ready to Rumble was 2000. That means it is 25 years old this year.
You feeling old yet, Dazzy?
Very. And somehow, do you know what really makes me feel old though is when I see Sting now that he's retired and he's stopped dyeing his hair and he's all silver. Yeah. And even with the face paint, he looks weird. It's Sting with a grey beard.
Mm-hmm.
But Sting was awesome in this movie when he just fucking glides down on the zip line. Jimmy King's alright with me. I love Jimmy King. Bang.
Bang.
And also my favourite line also is when they're recruiting people and they're training in a barn and they've just got mattresses on the floor and this one guy walks into the barn. Everybody knows wrestling's fake anyway, right? Jimmy King punches him in the face, knocks him out. That feel fake? Love Ready to Rumble, and I'm sure Moses Marquez will agree. We reference it very often on Match Wrestling. What is your next film to die for?
I gotta go with a classic from 1987, and it stars greats like Jason Patrick, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, and so many more. It's such an all-star cast. Kiefer Sutherland. Gotta go with the Lost Boys.
Absolute classic, yes.
You did the right thing by calling us. Does your brother sleep a lot?
Yeah, all day.
Does the sunlight freak him out?
He wears sunglasses in the house.
Bad breath, long fingernails.
Yeah, his fingernails are all a bit longer. He always had bad breath, though.
He's a vampire, all right.
All right, here's what you do. Get yourself a good sharp stake and drive it right through his heart.
I can't do that. He's my brother.
Okay, we'll come over and do it for you.
No.
You better get yourself a garlic t-shirt, buddy, or it's your funeral.
And also, I'd like to thank Mama Lark for that, because the first time I ever watched it, she had it on VHS, and I remember watching it with her as a kid, and she was telling me how good it was, and Mama Lark did not disappoint. She was really, really good. It's the best, one of the best horror comedies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Surprisingly, directed by Joel Schumacher, who almost murdered the Batman franchise.
Yeah.
But I digress. This was one of his good ones.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a huge Kiefer Sutherland fan. 24 is one of the best series I've ever watched and rewatched and rewatched and rewatched. And there was a point where I was just finding as many Kiefer Sutherland films as I could. Friggin' A Few Good Men. Mirrors came out around the time too. Kiefer's just the man. And he was a perfect, handsome, villainous vampire.
He was, and I think also, maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots. like
Yeah.
Tricking him while he's eating the Chinese
You don't like
food.
rice? How can a billion Chinese people be wrong?
You don't like rice? Tell me, Michael, How could a billion Chinese people be wrong? Come on.
Oh man, it's just even the girl, the one who played Star. What the hell was the girl's name? Who
Jamie
played Star?
Gertz.
Oh, what a cutie beauty.
Yes.
Oh, I think one of my favorite is just because every time I think of little laddie, the little kid that's with her, I just think when he vamps out towards the end, and no spoiler alert for those 30 plus years, 40 years later, whatever it is. It's just he vamps out, and then all of a sudden they're like, ah, holy shit, the Italian monster. That's like that got me, and I died when he said that. Like the attack of Eddie Munster. Oh, but there's so many elements that they went into, like when the mom's singing "Groovin" at the friggin' start of it, "Groovin." He's like, no, change channel, change station, change station. Like just little subtleties like that, and then friggin' when she's going to give him champagne, and there's Storm just because of how he acted. You know, does it burn? You nuts! It's freezing. Just the friggin' dinner scene. I bet you hate garlic, don't you? No, I like garlic. So much.
Corey Haim was amazing in this. Like, it wasn't really overacting, but it just had such great timing and delivery where if he hadn't have taken it that seriously, it probably would have looked stupid. But he played it off perfectly.
Friggin' the grandfather gives him the taxidermy of the friggin' owl. He goes, ah! Your history, buddy. You know the rules about starting up the car before filling up the car with gas before you leave? No, Grandpa. Now you do. Like the grandpa's like, I don't need to watch the TV. I got the TV guide. Or just friggin' the best is like, Dad, you know, we got company coming around. We got company this evening. Oh, we're having company again? Again? You haven't had company in this house since Mom died. Yeah, and now we're having company again.
I'm still on, I don't need to watch TV. I got a TV guide.
That's what he got. What I do TV when I got the TV guide? Oh, my God.
But another one who gets very close to the overacting line, but because it's him, it works, is the other Corey in the film, Corey Feldman, who just hams it up in true Corey Feldman style.
Oh, I mean, when you have stuff like, you know what, if you're trying to vamp out anyway, I'll stake you without even thinking about it. Chill out, Edgar. Good night, bloodsucker.
Whatever happened to the other frog brother? Jameson Newlander.
So he's in. Oh God, these movies are so bad. Folks, watch the original. Don't watch the other two. I had the unfortunate task of watching the other two. So in the tribe, he has to save him because I think he started vamping out or he became a vampire somehow. So he's in the third one. That's the one where Corey Feldman has to save him from whatever vampires this is because they got the other frog brother. He has to rescue his other frog brother.
Yeah, the first.
The thirst. The second one was just even worse. The second one was worse. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it was not that good.
Yeah, it was one of those. It couldn't live up to the original.
You can't because you have that friggin' thing, and then they tried to do like another version of Cry Little Sister, which I think was done by like Filter out of all groups. Aiden, sorry. Well, I don't know what I'm thinking Filter from. Filter did something else, but it wasn't that. Thank you. So, oh my goodness gracious! But no, that version of Cry Little Sister was fine. The original one was even the best one when he's doing the deed with Star. And like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean Roger Daltrey, legend.
Yeah, legend.
I did like Aiden's version, but that original was timeless.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking for Filter about? So, I know we're going off topic, but Filter, I was thinking of a cover. So, there's this movie, The Stepfather, not the original from the 80s. They did one in 2009.
Yeah.
Not a bad one. So, at the end of the movie, when he friggin' goes for the next family, the song that plays in the background, I think, is Filter's version of Happy Together. And, of course, Happy Together in the 60s, the Turtles. And I'm like, you can't remake the Turtles because the Turtles was so classic. It was upbeat. it's the 60s, and they tried to add like a little rock thing to it, and I'm like, no. And I like rock, but no, you can't do that. Like when Marilyn Manson did Tainted Love by Soft Cell, classic. Them, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also did a cover of Sweet Dreams. Sweet Dreams.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Yep. Personal
very,
Jesus.
very different tone, but yeah, it was all right.
Right.
We got to mention Max from The Lost Boys, played by Edward Herrmann,
who was also in Overboard this year with friggin' Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. He goes from that to friggin' The Lost Boys.
I mean, every time I see him, I think of the fucking Gilmore Girls because he played Grandpa.
You see, all right. See, I know where you're coming from with that, but like, I didn't. Who's the one chick that was fine as wine on that? Lauren Graham, was it, the brunette?
Was that the mom? Yeah, and then Rory was Alexis Bledel.
Yes, thank you.
With the big ass bright blue eyes.
Yes,
her eyes were so blue. They kept them blue in Sin City, which was basically grayscale, black and white, monochrome. But they had to keep the blue in Alexis Bledel's eyes because they're so blue.
Yes, that's right. No, I only remember Lauren and Graham because I remember The Pacifier with her and Vin Diesel and Brittany Snow. Because I'm like, yeah.
It's a movie where Vin Diesel plays Vin Diesel.
Yes, that's pretty much what it is. And poor Brad Garrett getting friggin' amateur wrestled and friggin' and putting a chicken wing in the friggin' movie where he's wrestling the. Oh God, I call this the chicken wing. But no, I mean the Lost Boys. So it's like where Corey Haim is looking, and he's looking at Star because they got that First of all, the dude who's playing at the friggin' wherever they're at the fair, whatever.
The beach,
that dude was jamming, rocking out, just like
he was.
I'm not shirtless, but this is legit what he was doing. It's just like I got my saxophone, and
he was playing the shit out of that saxophone.
God, like you just like wanted to be there, like fuck.
Like he didn't really have a big role. He was literally just a sax player at a party scene. It was literally a background character, but he played the hell out of it so much. He's credited as beach concert star.
Hey, you're credited in something. So
often referred to as shirtless saxophone player, Tim Capello.
Cool. That's cool.
But I would have loved to have seen the casting though. We just need a sax player for this musical scene, for the party scene. All we need you to do is play the saxophone.
And have abs.
Understood.
Understood. And have abs and just friggin' go nuts. Understood.
He understood the assignment a little bit too well.
Very much, but no, I mean he made this moment. He legit did it. I mean, you look at everyone. I mean, the fact that like when they're going after vampires, and also the best part is just like you killed Marco. We got the one that looked like Twisted Sister. Nanook kept a little like no, you were scared shitless and acted like a bunch of pussies, and then Nanook came in and friggin' just dumped him right in the tub with the onions.
Alex Winter was pretty young in this. This was, what did you say, 1980? 1987. So this was before Bill and Ted, which obviously made him very famous. Dude, fucking love Bill and Ted. Not so much the third one, which I waited like 20 fucking years for, and it was, alright. Wasn't really worth the wait. But I love the original Bill and Ted, and I actually love Bogus Journey too.
I concur with that. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good one.
I'm actually really happy they got William Sadler back too as Death.
Yeah, you can't beat the classics with a guy like William Sadler, who's just so good at what he does.
Yeah. Diane West was also really good in this. Just not listening to a single fucking word her sons were saying to her.
I'm gonna see Max tonight. I don't care about Max. The hell with Max. Like, not even just dismissing it. Like, has everybody gone crazy? What's the matter with all of you? It's you that I've wanted all along, Lucy. Great, the blood-sucking Brady Bunch.
But she's synonymous with that oblivious motherly role, because it was kind of the same in Edward Scissorhands, when she just pretty much adopted this.
This guy with
anybody else would run a mile, But she's like, oh, those are your hands. Why don't you come home with me?
That's literally what the general consensus was. It's like, oh, Mr. Scissorhands, sir, you have scissors for hands. Oh, come along. I'll take you in.
What are you doing? Oh, and yeah, he's got these great big sharp blades for hands. Let's let him sleep in the waterbed.
That was, God. Oh my God. There's so many things wrong with that on so many levels. I think her as the mom in this film, just the fact that she's just like, the hell with Max, I'm going to go friggin', not even the fact that the dog, Thorn, literally bit her dress and she fell. She took a hell of a bump going over that gate, boy, my God. And then runs back to the car, doesn't think, maybe there's something wrong here. But no, it just keeps going back. I'm going to go back to the video store, work with my boy Max.
She took a Madonna bump flying down the stairs. Sorry, Madge. But you did screw over Grado.
Yeah, you did.
Literally a couple of weeks before you fell, so as Grado said himself on Twitter, karma.
Karma. It's just Sarah. But no, that's the thing too. Like she played that motherly role so well, like you mentioned, and also just the fact that she's a divorcee going to live back with her dad with her 2 kids, and then the fact that she gets scared shitless by him because he's laying on the friggin' his porch like this, and he's like, "Is he dead?" And he just gets right up. Ha 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 ha! It's the best. It's the best.
Grandpa, I think, delivers one of my favorite lines, and it's the last line in the film, where you think throughout the entire film that he's also oblivious to everything that's going on, and he's just a crazy grandpa. But then he just hits him with the punchline. One thing I hate about living in Santa Clara, all the damn vampires. He knew all along.
Well, do you remember the scene where he kind of knew? Remember when Mike was going out, and then he puts Max in, and then he's got the magnifying glass, and he does that, and he has that look. So I think that was kind of maybe the part where he kind of knew. Like if you pay attention to the detail, remember he does that.
I need to rewatch it. It's been a few years.
But it's a classic, man. It's like stuff like that. And the fact that you also get not only the Frog Brothers, like Truth, Justice, and the American Way, Corey Haim. All right. And also, you know what? Grab a huge stake and drive it right through his heart. All right? If you don't do it, we'll come over and do it. No. Kill your brother. You'll feel better.
Just kill your brother.
Kill your brother. You'll feel better. He's got long fingernails, and he always had bad breath, though. Mom, can I come sleep with you tonight? Sure, I don't mind. So it was just a very, very scary comic, Mom. That's all.
He wears sunglasses inside.
You need your sunglasses to talk on the phone, Mike? Have you been eating pizza? No. Why? You're not even going to clean up the milk you spilled on the floor? I didn't spill it, Mom. Oh, God. The 2 best ones for me is the fact, where they let's play a game. They're jumping off the bridge, and then he's floating up into the ceiling as the vampire. Then he goes out of the window. He's like, "Don't listen to him, Mom. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Stay back. I'm your brother, Sammy. Help me. But what are you? The flying nun?" And then friggin' Kiefer Sutherland is just friggin' grabbing on him. And he's in the cave doing this. And then Kiefer Sutherland just goes, tonight. And I'm just like, all right, here we go, baby. Here we go. Tonight.
Also, one of the great things about Lost Boys, which I think helps it stand the test of time, is the makeup. It's not CGI, it's prosthetics. I don't know who did it. Was it Tom Savini? He looks like Tom Savini's work.
I believe it was Tom Savini. I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up. It definitely looks like his work. And I mentioned From Dusk Till Dawn, that came out around the same time. Tom Savini not only did the prosthetics for that, he was in it as a sex machine.
Sex machine.
A fucking pistol in his belt buckle.
I think the one that gets me from the movie too is the fact, we were talking about how fine Jamie Gertz is. She comes up from the friggin' outside to inside, just nothing, just boom, there she's there, and Sam's like, she's one of them, and he goes, it was that night in the cave, when you drank David's blood, and friggin' Corey Haim, you drank someone's blood? Are you crazy? Friggin' Nanook. What about Nanook? What'd you do to my dog, you asshole? Nothing. I didn't hurt him. He bit me.
It wasn't Tom Savini though. It was Greg Canham, who actually passed away this year. He also worked on Bram Stoker's Dracula, Mrs. Doubtfire, and The Mask.
Ooh. Smoking.
Oh, and Hook. He was in Hook. He did the makeup for Hook too.
2 classics.
Rufio.
Yes.
Rufio. Hook needs more love too. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody loves Hook, but it doesn't get talked about enough.
Wasn't that also around the same time when he did Flubber?
You know what though? Robin Williams didn't miss.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You had Hook, Flubber, Mrs. Doubtfire, Jumanji.
Yeah, Flubber was great.
It was.
I had the car. I don't remember what it did, but it made sounds and lit up or something. But I had the car from Flubber. I had a tub of green goo just because Flubber was around. Yeah.
Wasn't that also around the time when he did Bicentennial Man? Like, even came after that, which is another very underrated.
He was just knocking them all out in the 90s.
Yeah. That was nuts. I'm like, where are they going with this? And then it gets like really sad, and I'm like, I didn't know this was that type of movie.
No, yeah. Bicentennial Man really creeps up on you. It's a real tearjerker.
Yeah.
Little Miss.
All
right, what we got next?
Okay, so we go from Ready to Rumble to The Lost Boys. Number 3. All right, I'm going to go with this just because it is definitely one of my favorites, and we have Christmas time coming around very, very soon. It's a tie between Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, but if I had to put number 3, I have to do Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, and a Happy New Year, too. Come along, Cedric.
I'm always here for the Tim Curry love. I concur, yeah. I think I watched Home Alone 2 before I watched Home Alone when I was a kid.
Compliments of the Plaza Hotel. It's pizza.
Store wouldn't accept your stolen credit card.
Is my transportation here?
Out in front, sir. A limousine and a pizza. Compliments of the Plaza Hotel. I do hope your father understands that last night I was simply checking the room to make sure everything was in order.
He said he's going to come all the way to New York to get his naked rear end spied on.
Of course not. Will he be down soon?
He already left.
Oh, I would have liked to have offered my personal apology.
If some guy looked at you in the shower, would you ever want to see him again?
I suppose not.
That friggin' smile. Bingo.
Tim Curry's just in a league of his own.
But I mean, you had a young Rob Schneider, who's a piece of shit now. But back then he was fine as the friggin' like the friggin' bellhop of the concierge and whatnot. Like, you know what? No tip. Oh,
yeah.
You
know, Herbert Hoover stayed on this floor once. The vacuum guy? No, the president.
We do not talk about the cameo.
No, the cameo sucks.
Cameo sucks. Other than that, yeah. But for me too, like, I think what I liked about this one too is again as a New Yorker, I think seeing the city at around that time during the early 90s, and plus when this movie came out, that was the year I was born in 92. But Christmas in the 90s, I just remember, like, for me, it also just brings back on with my mom and my grandma and my aunt to see the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, which still holds up to this day, even though there's many variations of it. But it just goes to show how pretty New York is around Christmas time. Every other part of the year, it's what it is. But when you go there at Christmas time, it's definitely a sight to see. And I think there in Florida, and you hear Andy Williams, it's the most wonderful time of the year playing, and it's friggin' just raining all over the place over there where they're at in Miami. And here he is over here spending money on there, and he goes to Duncan's Toy Chest, which I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Duncan, right here, man.
Yeah, this is why I don't get, like, they've started filming superhero movies that are set in New York, in the UK, like the new Spider-Man's being filmed in Glasgow and it's supposed to be New York. Glasgow does not look like New York. There's a behind the scenes video going around where they're filming a scene in the street and all these cars are driving by and then you see Spider-Man on a rig. There's some random Scottish lady shouting, "It's fucking Spider-Man!"
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of, so there's this movie in the States called 17 Again. Not the one with Zac Efron, Leslie Mann, and Matthew Perry. Not that one. There was one with the Mowry sisters, Tia and Tamari Mowry from Sister, and their brother Taj, who's a smart guy. So he's a little scientist, and he puts this bar of soap that has these chemicals in it, and it makes the grandparents go back to their younger teenage selves. It's actually interesting. I have to send it to you. It has its funny lines. But it's supposed to be like they moved to L.A., right? Los Angeles. You know where they shot this movie?
Go on.
Canada. I'm like, Canada and Los Angeles. Not the same.
Just shoot on location.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know the specifics on the cost, but surely, like 28 days later, the original, they managed to film actually in London and make it look empty.
Right, and I think it's stuff like that. And the fact that we mentioned Duncan's toy chest gets me, but you know what other one I'm going to say is gets me, and I don't mean to bring everybody down, but it's a huge part of the movie, where he goes to see the sick kids.
Yeah.
And the kids, oh, dude, gets me right here every time.
And you get the music playing too.
Yeah, oh. And that, yeah.
Which, again, also, the Home Alone song, I didn't realize until a few years ago that it actually had lyrics. It has words. Because in the film, you only really hear the instrumental playing out throughout the film. But then I actually think it's in the credits, which I never paid attention to as a kid. But I heard the full song, and I think it's Bette Midler somewhere in my memory.
And it's a good one. And I mean, here's my favorite part about it. The woman that he meets in the park, the
Pigeon Lady.
Pigeon Lady, thank you. So the actress who plays the woman who's the Pigeon Lady was the same actress who played Maggie in the movie Angels in the Outfield that had Danny Glover, Jordan Levitt, Tony, what's his face? Tony Danza, and all these great people that are in it. Like she goes from being the orphan, the girl who owns the orphanage and takes care of the kids, to the Pigeon Lady in the middle of Central Park with Macaulay Culkin fighting Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, sorry, it wasn't Piers Morgan, people.
It was not Piers Morgan. But the fact of the matter is just like when he slips on the ice and like the one-liners that they have, like Joe Pesci, you know what? How do you like the ice, kid? Like that stuff even makes me laugh. The fact that they went to Uncle, what was it? It was a Frank, right? The Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank. They go, how did he even know, like, this house? And then just there's nobody in the house.
Well, when he got separated at the airport, he had his dad's bag, and that's how he had all the money and everything. And his dad had a diary in there with an address book in the bag. So he's looking up relatives in New York, and then here's Uncle Frank. And Uncle Frank happens to have this huge house, which is under construction. Perfect to set traps.
Yes, just and just
so convenient.
Yes, and then friggin' Daniel Stern, and the paint going at him, just like, like the pranks that they play really up from what we had in the first one. Where just and I think what also gets me too about this as well, besides, and also, Cliff, it's a lie. It's a lie.
You've been smooching with everybody.
You've been smooching with everybody. I could go on forever, baby. Who was the uncle in the first part? We know a guy who could really do the cool jerk.
Wait, no, that was Uncle Frank.
That was Uncle Frank. No, who?
I think the guy's house in
Uncle Bob. Was it Bob?
Was it Uncle Bob?
Bob?
It was some uncle.
Some uncle.
His dad's just got all these uncles.
Yeah, Uncle
all
Frank
these brothers, sorry.
Uncle Frank was like, "You get out of here, you nose little pervert! I'm gonna slap you." So cool chick.
He certainly knew how to string up a puppet and make it look real.
Yep, yeah, he did. It was,
Let me see, where is it? I just want to know the uncle's name.
Yeah, that's gonna bug me now. Who's the uncle? What was the uncle's name in the movie? Uncle's House, Home Alone 2. Yeah, hold on. Oh, Uncle Rob.
Uncle Rob.
Uncle Rob.
I
was close. Not Bob. Uncle Rob.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Both are short for Robert.
That is true. Yes. Also, Merry Christmas, Harry.
Happy Hanukkah,
Marv.
I love Duncan's toy chest. It's like the perfect toy store looking toy store. You got everything laid out, everything's lit up, everything's moving and on display.
Put it into perspective for the listeners. It's like Toys R Us if it got jacked like to the nines.
Yeah. There's no one really like that.
No.
And it is very Christmassy.
Yes. 2 turtle doves.
And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned Home Alone because I always use that in an argument when people say Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Why is it not a Christmas movie? Because, I don't know, Santa's not in it. Okay, how is Home Alone a Christmas movie? It's set at Christmas. So is Die Hard.
Yes. We've made that. Steve and I have made that argument as well. We're on your team of the fact that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It absolutely is.
Christmas Eve is essential to the plot of Die Hard.
Yes, very much so.
And it's also essential to the plot of Home Alone because they're going away for Christmas, which is why he gets left behind. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
But you mentioned the booby traps, and I did actually. They do definitely up the ante in the second one, and you look at them in the first one, and a lot of them should have killed him.
No, they didn't.
But then they double the damage in the second one. I'm like, how the fuck are these guys not dead? Especially when he gets electrocuted. You literally see a skeleton.
Oh, God. You see a skeleton, you think he's dead, but he's not. And then they're doing the stomp. Oh, you got me right in the schnoz. And then right in the face.
Broken noses.
That was the sound of a tool chest coming down the stairs.
He's fixing his nose.
I always wince at the bricks. Because they should have fucking killed him.
Oh, God, that friggin' mark that he has right on his head. Like right in this area.
Tall was that building? It was like 4 floors or something, and Kevin's throwing these bricks right off the roof and smacking him right in the head. How's that not killing him?
He's got bricks!
Come on, Mark, get up. You ain't got no more bricks.
Harry!
And Harry just ducks. Bang.
Bang.
I'm pretty sure one got him in the nuts too.
Yes it did. Get up, Marv. Shut up, Marv.
I love the theory that Kevin grew up to become Jigsaw.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know, the father, we mentioned the brother. The father has one of my favorite lines. Kevin, you spent $967 on room service.
You know, there is one thing, though, that bugs me about Home Alone 1 and 2.
What's that?
Maybe it was just Kevin lying to strangers, but in the first one, when he goes shopping, and she's like, you here by yourself? And he goes, ma'am, I'm 8 years old. Would I be shopping alone? I don't think so. And then in the second one, somebody else calls him out, and he goes, I'm 10 years old. But it's set the year later. How have you aged 2 years in 1 year?
Right, it's like what do you just age? Like you would be 9 years old. What are you doing? The math is not math.
No, the math's not mathing unless Kevin was just lying to people about his age. It's possible.
Yes.
Thursday on Max. Predictions, recaps, trivia, and groundbreaking promos, and the occasional rant.
I'm gonna say it again. Fucking Netflix.
Fucking Netflix.
You have known for months now that this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight was gonna happen. You knew. You had more than enough time to get the infrastructure for your website ready to go.
Join us on the Max Wrestling Podcast every Thursday. Exclusively on YouTube and audio on all podcast platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Some monsters don't hide under your bed. They walk among us. Take a journey with some of the darkest minds and twisted crimes in history. A brand new show from Dazzy Lea, Homicidal Beasts and Where to Find Them. Coming soon.
But we obviously have to give a huge shout out to the amazing, as always, Catherine O'Hara, because when you see her in anything, you instantly think of either Home Alone or Beetlejuice.
Yes. Oh,
or, well, I guess a lot of people will think about Schitt's Creek these days too.
I mean, for me, how can you not forget about Daylight Come and we wanna go home?
She's an international treasure. And also in Nightmare Before Christmas too.
Yes, but I think with me it's just, how can you not think about Kevin? I just like that line is just never not going to get old, and she delivers it with such precision, and then she finds him just at the end of the movie, and it's heartwarming. Oh god, it's good. Like, it's really, like, everybody played their part so well, and it still holds up even 30 plus years later.
Yeah, I do kind of wish Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci, or at least Daniel Stern, would have come back for one of the sequels, because they did bring back Marv, and it was awful. In the fourth one, I can't remember who played him, but I think it was some comedian.
French Stewart?
Yes, that's it, French Stewart. But the film itself was absolutely terrible. It was set after Home Alone 1 and 2, and somehow Kevin looked 5 years younger.
I think my problem with that, because French Stewart also around the time did Inspector Gadget 2, which was the sequel to the first one with Matthew Broderick and Rupert Everett. And it's like, no.
No. And it's the same with The Mask, too. They did The Mask, the son of Mask, with Kennedy. And it's one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, I'll take Jamie Kennedy and Malibu's Most Wanted any day over that friggin' piece of shit from the son of Mask. Oh, God, it was terrible. But no, man, like Home Alone 3, too. I know Alex D. Lynn's, that one gets a lot of hate, too.
Yeah, undeserved, I think. I did enjoy Home Alone 3. I think it was a little goofier than 1 and 2, but it was nowhere near as bad as 4. I haven't seen 5, and I'm probably not going to see 6 either. 6 was Was 6 like a remake or a soft remake or something like that? It was a new kid playing Kevin, I think. Wait, no, it wasn't. It was completely different characters. I thought it was a remake of the original. It was Home Sweet Home Alone.
Home Sweet Home Alone. I stopped after I saw 4. Like, what the trailer. I didn't even watch the movie. I'm just like, nope, not gonna do it. It's like when they did Dr. Dolittle. Like, you had Eddie Murphy. The first Dr. Dolittle was perfect. Then you had the second one. It was like, all right. Then you had Dr. Dolittle, the third one, where Kyla Pratt, the daughter, becomes the doctor. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. And it's not because it's Kyla Pratt. I'm just like, how many of these are we gonna do?
Yeah, don't pass it down to the kid. You jumped the shark.
I mean, look at the Santa Claus. We had the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, then the second one where he gets married, then the third one with him and Jack Frost and Martin Short.
I never finished the series. I think I watched like the first 2 episodes, and I remember being really excited about it because I loved the Santa Claus trilogy and loved Tim Allen. The original Santa Claus is one of my favorite Christmas films. I have to watch it every year. I always wanted the fucking sleigh that produces the hot chocolate and the cookie. And the fucking tinsel that can dissolve steel, huh? But I never finished the series because I could kind of see where it was going, the direction it was going in, and I'm just like, it's typical. I just want to see Tim Allen as Santa. That's all I want.
Same.
Oh God, looking at this 6th one. Kenan Thompson was in it for Kenan and Kel.
I like Kenan Thompson, but I'm still not going to watch the movie.
No. Aisling B is also in it, who is pretty well known in the UK as an Irish comedian. I do like her, but I'm still not watching it.
Nope, I got to do it.
Yeah, Home Alone 2 may be better than the first one. It's definitely on a bigger scale. And I think it also has a better soundtrack.
Yes. Hey, Merry Christmas. I don't know the lyrics, but it's very upbeat. It sounds like this. Hey, then Christmas. A lonely heart. That's the only part I know.
I always think of the one that plays when he's touring the city and then he ends up on top of the World Trade Center.
That's the one. And the lonely hearts go.
Yeah,
that one.
Who's it by?
Oh, God. I'm going to look that up. Where the lonely hearts go. That's all I know. The lonely hearts go. Oh, Darlene Love, All Alone on Christmas.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's it. It was a more upbeat song, or more upbeat version.
Like I said, when the lonely hearts go. Oh boy.
Ah, man. Then you've got where is it? Oh yeah. Run Run. Oh, that was in the first one. Run Run Rudolph. I thought it was in the second one.
Yeah, no, Run Run Rudolph was the second one. What's the first one? Excuse me.
Oh well.
Nah.
But again, obviously Joe Pesci's in it, who is notorious for his F-bombs, because obviously he's accustomed to the gangster films. Had to invent his own curse words for Home Alone 2, because obviously he couldn't swear. Ah, yes. Good choice.
Thank you.
All right, what is number 4?
All right. I gotta go. Oh, man. It's an Adam Sandler classic. It's based in the 90s, but the film is mainly played with the 80s soundtrack and probably one of my favorite movies ever. I think you know where I'm going with this. I'm going to talk about The Wedding Singer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Every flipping line. Just, self-talk, Pop! Huh? The best man, the better man. Friggin' Steve Buscemi was a classic in that. And friggin' just, you like Flock of Seagulls? No, but I can see that you do. This song, it's kind of half before I broke up with Linda and after, but, I want you to know I was really listening to The Cure a lot when I was writing. He's losing his mind, and I'm reaping all the benefits.
I'll be honest, I've seen The Wedding Singer, but I think I've only seen it once or twice. Because I like it, but I wouldn't say it's in my top 3 Adam Sandler films. That's probably Big Daddy, Waterboy.
Yep.
Little Nicky.
You see, those are great too. It's just my thing too is when I look at them, it's kind of like, what I was thinking to myself, when it comes to The Wedding Singer, I think it just has the thing of just like 80s mixed with 90s, and also the fact that the guy who Drew Barrymore is going with dresses like Don Johnson, Miami Vice, and Christine Taylor, who's Ben Stiller's wife, plays her friend there. The best part, she goes, "Oh, Glenn, your bachelor party's on a Friday. Are you going to be able to? Are you going to be okay with missing Miami Vice?" And he goes, "Reruns." I'm like, and he's just like, "Yeah, no worries, reruns. It's all summer."
This was like, right in the middle of Adam Sandler's crazy run of just hit after hit. So it was like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer, Waterboy, Big Daddy, Little Nicky, and then Mr. Deeds.
Yep. Long Philly Deeds.
They were just year after year. He was just bringing out these hits.
Well, it's prime Adam Sandler, and I think with the cast that he had, and I think you have the fact that Sam, his friend, who's been in many of the one, Alan Colbert, is just like dressed like Michael Jackson in the 80s with the club and the red jacket. He's like, "I'm not happy. In fact, I'm miserable. I just want somebody to hold me and tell me that everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right." Like that, the old guy in the bar, and he goes to punch him. "What are you doing, man?" "I'm sorry. I used to be a lot stronger." Why don't you write a song about this? It's called "I Got Punched in the Nose for Sticking in Other People's Business." Sounds like a country song. I get the whole scene. It's just freaking fantastic. Oh.
I do remember. I do remember the song that he wrote at the end and dedicated to Julia, and then also the cameo from Billy Idol.
Get out of my way, Billy. You're going to get hurt. Don't you talk to Billy Idol that way. See, Billy Idol gets, I don't know what she does. Men like Glenn don't understand women like her. All they care is about the material things. Like, Glenn, his whole speech is great. Friggin' just, you know what? This guy and coach who thinks he's Don Johnson just told me I was grade A top choice meat and asked me if I wanted to be a part of the Mile High Club. What's the Mile High Club? Billy Idol's laughing.
This is one thing I like about Adam Sandler's films, though, is that he works with a lot of the same people. Obviously, Rob Schneider, I want to be in one of them, but also his female co-stars he pairs up with a lot too. Like Drew Barrymore, he was also in 50 First Dates with. He pairs up with Jennifer Aniston a lot. Kate Beckinsale. Oh.
First of all, Click is one of my favorite ones of his, and people crap on it, and I'm like, why? First of all, you got Kate Beckinsale looking fine as wine, and then you, and then like everything from Christopher Walken and the fact that look at me, I'm looking sexy. All right, did you smoke crack, Daddy? Like, come on, how do you not do stuff like that? Come on now.
I desperately wanted a Click remote.
Friggin', he's just friggin' everything's running. Then he looks and he goes, "Holy mother!"
I didn't want the whole thing to go that fast. I don't think anybody did.
But no, it's just also the sounds of The Wedding Singer, like when Barrymore gets so drunk. She'll be all right after she yaks. Then she comes back. Told you she was going to yak. And then they get out of the club. He's coming up in the exact same car as Don Johnson in Miami Vice. And all of a sudden, he lifts up the car, and all of a sudden, you hear in the background, Don, 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 Don. It's the Miami Vice theme song playing in the car. And you couldn't have timed that any better. And it's just so funny. Oh, God, like stuff like that. And also, they're playing Don't Stop Believing at his wedding. He goes, she'll be in here any second now. And then he finds out that, she's not coming. Okay, I'm okay. Then he just breaks the mirror, and then you see Alexis Arquette. Oh, God. Oh, God. Fucking George.
Oh, yeah. So they released 2 soundtrack albums for The Wedding Singer. And then there was also renditions of other songs that appeared in the film. Altogether, there was like 50 songs used in The Wedding Singer.
I mean, hush, shy, too hush, I do I. You too shy,
yeah,
I do I.
Nostalgic as fuck on the soundtrack. There's obviously Billy Idol.
Mm-hmm.
Culture Club, The Police, The Smiths, Elvis Costello, David Bowie, New Order,
Spandau Ballet,
The Buggles.
Yep, The Buggles, Spandau Ballet.
Spandau Ballet. Hall & Oates.
Yes.
Jeez. Madonna. Hello.
Hello.
Bruce Springsteen. The Boss.
Everybody's got a hungry heart.
And of course, Depeche Mode.
Yes.
80s as fuck.
Huey Lewis in the News. Do you believe in love? Do you believe?
Yeah, but whenever you say Huey Lewis in the News, I just think of Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Yep, I concur. Or I think of that scene in American Psycho, friggin' with Chris.
Yeah, of course, with Christian Bale's crazy dancing.
Hip to Be Squared came out in 1984. Hey, Carl!
Haven't watched that in a long time either.
Classic. 25 years old, that one too. Good God.
Yeah, and don't ever watch the sequel. Even if Mila Kunis is in it, it's not worth it.
All right. See, it reminds me of The Master of Disguise with Dana Carvey. You had Fine as Wine, Jennifer Esposito, and that couldn't even save that film.
No.
It's like the medallion of Jackie Chan. Like Claire Forlani's in it, didn't even help it.
No, but the sequel made no sense because it shouldn't even exist because the first film, it was all in his head. And then they somehow make a sequel about it, and they keep mentioning Patrick Bateman as this serial killer. I'm like, but you shouldn't even know who Patrick Bateman is.
It's like when they did the Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher, and it was about his life, and then the second one was the direct-to-DVD one, and it really kind of made zero sense. I don't know what they were trying to do with it. They were trying to do it with like some couple and something like that, but it made no sense, and it's completely a different plot from the original.
Yeah, you're bugging out. All right, so we've had undisputed king of 90s comedy, Adam Sandler. Well, late 90s comedy, Adam Sandler. What is the fifth and final film?
Do you even need to ask?
It's two youths, right?
It's a movie from 1992 starring Joe Pesci and Marissa Tomei and Ralph Macchio and an all-star cast. My cousin Vinny.
Easily. One of our favorite comedies of all time. I think it's definitely my favorite comedy, and it's not because it's so. It's not just because it's so funny. It's also because it's so fucking clever.
And
I
also,
love this script.
Besides you and I don't think I ever told you this, but I'll mention here. The reason why I also quoted is because Steve's dad, and I like it. Steve is like, he quotes that movie all the goddamn time. I'm sick and tired of him quoting my cousin Vinny. But I'm like, it's a classic. How can you not freaking quote it?
Almost every line is a quote.
Every line is a classic. And two youths. Also the fact that all of this over a tuna can? I shot the clerk. I'm in the middle of a damn confession. Yo, wait a minute.
It's so quotable that you can kind of fit it into normal conversation. At work, we have films on our badges that you can just pick a film.
Yeah.
I've got like 6 or 7. One of them once had my cousin Vinny on, and as I was serving somebody, she walked past, and I didn't even register, but she said, "I shot the clerk," and I'm just like, "Wait, what? What?" She goes again, "I shot the clerk." Gotcha. Yes.
But yeah, it's like that, Ma. We in Wazoo, Ma.
It's in Beecham County, Alabama, Ma.
They got the clans here. They sleep with their sisters. Some of them.
They got the clans here.
They got the clans. The fact that they look at him like, what's up? The clans here.
Man, I think it's just dawned on me how much of a throwaway line that is.
I know.
Fuck.
Oh, boy.
And this was early 90s, so they got away with it.
I got away with it.
But yeah, like this is why we say every line is a quote. And it doesn't matter who says it. It doesn't matter which character it is. They've all got such great lines. And one thing I've always loved about My Cousin Vinny is that it's such a well-written courtroom case and script that lawyers all the time will study it and like, yeah, it's completely accurate.
I think I get the point. No, I don't think you do.
And what are these green things in front of the window? Bushes. And how many bushes are there? 5. Don't forget this one and this one. 7 bushes.
7 bushes. No, I mean, it's just like, hey, look, you're getting fucked out of the way or the other way. I didn't know it was such an honor to get a visit from you. All right, I'll just take him. Hey, goodie bag of donuts. How you doing?
That scene alone is one of the best misunderstanding dialogues I've ever heard. Because obviously, he thinks he's getting butt fucked. But Vinny's just there he doesn't realize Vinny's his lawyer, and Vinny just wants to know, what's going on with the stuff. I'm like, what? So they brought you to meet us? Why? Oh, yeah, I just asked where the new guys were, and they brought me right to you.
It was such an honor to get a visit from you. And also the fact that you're a dead man. I'm not Jerry Callow. I'm Jerry Callow.
Right. And clearly Marissa Tomei, one of her best roles.
A biological clock is ticking.
My biological clock is ticking like this, and the way this case is going, I ain't never getting married.
I swear to God, I do not need this right now, okay? I got a judge that's just aching to throw me in jail. An idiot who wants to fight me for $200. Slaughtered pigs. Giant loud whistles. I ain't slept in 5 days. I got no money, a dress code problem, and a little murder case, which in the balance holds the lives of 2 innocent kids. Not to mention your biological clock, my career, your life, our marriage. And let me see, what else can we pile on? Is there any more shit we could pile on to the top of the outcome of this case? Is it possible?
Maybe it was a bad time to bring it up.
Everything that she did. Oh, what? Were you going to ask them about that? You can ask them. Go ahead.
You said we would get married after you win your first case. Meanwhile, my niece, the daughter of my sister, is getting married.
You want to bring it up all this pile of shit? Is there anything else? Maybe it was a bad time to bring it up. Then she's asking about the Chinese food. He goes, "You're gonna stick out like a sore thumb." And who are you? A fucking world traveler?
I fit in more than you. At least I'm wearing cowboy boots.
Oh yeah,
you blind. Let's not gloss over the fact she won an Oscar for this role.
As she rightfully should have.
And yeah, I think she won it just for that fucking witness scene alone, where she just destroyed the prosecuting lawyer, trying to catch her out because she was like, "You're an expert in automobiles, right?" But this was an ongoing thing throughout the film. Everybody would look at her and go, "You know everything about cars?" Okay.
Yeah, and also,
can you answer the question?
No, it is a trick question.
Why is it a trick question?
Watch this.
Because Chevy didn't make a 327 in 55. The 327 didn't come out till 62. And it wasn't offered in the Bel Air with the 4-barrel carb till 64. However, in 1964, the correct ignition timing would be 4 degrees before top dead center.
Well, she's acceptable, Your Honor.
So the fact that his name is JT. Hey, little Yankee Woods, you got $200. I got you $200.
I got an idiot who wants to fight me for $200. We gonna fight now?
We gonna fight? Yeah, show it to me. How do I know this is not a bunch of ones? It's $200.
So my options are: I can either get my ass kicked,
and I sure could get a good
I could use a good ass kicking. I'll be very honest with you. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the $200.
What happened to you?
Rear-ended?
I fell.
And
where'd you fall? Your place or my place? My place.
Shit. And one of the greatest pieces of dialogue in the whole film is about the grits. What's this thing over here? You never heard of grits? Sure, I heard of grits. I just never actually seen a grit.
No self-respecting Southerner uses instant grits. I take pride in my grits.
But that's what's so clever about this film. That throwaway piece of dialogue, that random piece of information, ended up being critical cross-examination.
The funny part about it is, every time I think of grits, God rest their souls, I think my grandmother once made grits when I was a kid, and I think I only had it once. I don't remember. I don't remember if I liked it, but I just remember grits. And I'm like, okay. Well, you also have to understand, my mom's side of the family is from this, so they brought it to the north with the grits.
Yeah.
And every time.
Never tried them. I don't even know if we can get them over here. But yeah, it turned out to be crucial evidence when he was like, how can it take you 2 minutes to cook your grits when it takes the entire eating world 20 minutes? I'm a fast cook, I guess.
You sure about that 5 minutes? Then he just gets right and says, "Are you sure about that 5 minutes?" I may have been mistaken.
I got no more use for this guy.
Mrs. Riley.
And God love Mrs. Riley. How many fingers am I holding up? Let the record show he is holding up 2 fingers. Your Honor.
Your Honor, please. Oh, sorry. Now, Mrs. Riley, and only Mrs. Riley. How many fingers am I holding up? 4. How about now, dear? Oh, I think I need a thicker pair of glasses.
Everyone was brilliant. Joe Pesci was brilliant. Ralph Macchio was brilliant. Marissa Tomei, brilliant. Fred Gwynne, obviously famous as Herman Munster. Perfect as a judge. Lane Smith, I only knew otherwise from Superman.
Yes.
The New Adventures of Superman with Dean Cain, piece of shit. I
know.
Officially now the worst Superman ever.
Not you. That's the Superman. You wait, forgetting the too. The stuff. He's trying to freaking get out the words. What color am I? Oh, God, hazel green. He's good. Yes. Yes. The prosecution rests.
I love when it cuts to that one guy in the jury who's listening to him, and he's just like, I get a little nervous.
Get a little nervous. Yeah. Yes.
You're fired. I want him.
I want him.
One of my favorite monologues, I think, is when Vinny comes in with the fucking burgundy velvet suit, which
yeah, that the whole store got the flu.
I bought a suit. You've seen it. Now it's covered in mud. So it was either the leather jacket, which I know you hate, or this. So I wore this ridiculous thing for you, Judge.
Are you on drugs?
Drugs? No, I don't take drugs.
I don't like your attitude.
Oh, there's something new.
What? I'll hold you in contempt. Well, there's a
fucking surprise. What'd you say to me?
What'd I say?
What?
What?
We already referenced 2 Utes, which was actually a back and forth conversation between Joe Pesci and one of the producers, I think, that he heard from somewhere else. And they just dropped it in. Just brilliant. The 2 Utes. What was that? The what?
What?
What was that word you just said? The 2 Utes? Yeah, 2 Utes.
2 Utes.
What is a Ute?
I'm sorry.
Two
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Utes. And it goes back to the witness.
Yep.
The 2 defendants.
And he had that look on his face like...
Oh, it's so good. It is so good. And the solo scenes between Vinny and Lisa, Joe Pesci and Marissa Tomei are electric. They had such great chemistry. You wouldn't think Vinny could pull somebody like Lisa Vito, but
he did.
He did. And
also, my favorite. He forgot about the part where he's going through the evidence and their pictures. He goes, "Hey, honey, here's the clue. Here's the case cracker.
Me in the shower."
You spot a little Brooke. Just he's going along, drinking some water, and then bam! A fucking bullet right through his head. Now let me ask you: would you give a fuck who the son of a bitch who shot you was wearing?
Didn't you wonder why Trotter gave you his files? He has to, by law. It's called disclosure, you dickhead. Didn't teach you that in law school, neither?
Are you sure? I'm positive. Well, I guess the fucking sink is broken, isn't it?
I haven't watched it in a while. I need to watch My Cousin Vinny again.
It's always on here with reruns. Like, every time.
Yeah,
if you go on like here, that was reruns.
First time I saw it, it was on TV, and I had no idea what it was. I just saw Ralph Macchio, and I knew what the Karate Kid was. So I just thought, hey, cool, I'll watch this. Ralph Macchio's in it.
Well, you know what came out a year after My Cousin Vinny, right?
92, 93. Oh.
The next Karate Kid.
Yeah.
And I like Hilary Swank, but that movie, no. No.
She said Mr. Miyagi way too many times in that film.
Mr. Miyagi!
I've only watched it once, and once was enough.
Wax on, wax off. Focus, Julie-san! Look, and again, I like Hilary Swank, but it's not the same because this girl is an outcast and she's got this flipping bird in the bird cage and she's trying to friggin' hide from everybody because you're not supposed to keep it on the roof of the school, and it's just, oh god, it's bonkers.
It's almost a parody of its own franchise.
And then you got the fucking monks playing bowling, and I'm like, what? 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 And they're at the monastery, and I'm like, oh. I get it, but yeah, no. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you kept this one to last because My Cousin Vinny is one of my favorite films of all time. Definitely my favorite comedy. I do like Goodfellas and Casino and obviously Home Alone, but I do think My Cousin Vinny is my favorite Joe Pesci film.
And as the New Yorker, I can understand. You're an Alabama. You killed a good old boy. There's no way that this isn't going to trial.
You got to bail me out. You know that, right?
She shakes her head.
Yeah, I won my first case. You know what that means? Yeah, you think I'm going to marry you now? What, you're not going to marry me now? No way, you can't win a case by yourself. You're a fucking loser.
Oh, every line, dude.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's 119 minutes of quotes.
Yep.
And also a kick-ass soundtrack. I fucking love that Bible Belt song.
It was a New Yorker. Everything. Yep, I know. Oh.
Who sang that?
The Bible Belt one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up now. Bible Belt. Yeah, I know. I know which one you're talking about. My cousin
Travis Tritt.
Yep, got it too, Travis. Thank you, Travis Tritt. Yeah, got it. Oh,
that is a banger.
Very much so. Way down, and that other one when they're in the beginning. Way down.
Yeah, who sang that one?
Oh, God.
Almost to the border.
Way down south. All right, so Way Down South, My Cousin Vinny. That one was Edgar Winter, performed by the Fabulous. Yeah, there you go. By Fabulous Thunderbirds.
All right. But speaking of music, Joe Pesci released an album after this.
Oh God.
Where he released it as Vinny, called Vincent LaGuardia Gambini Sings Just For You.
I have to look that up now. I gotta look that up now. That was also. Yeah.
It contains the song "Yo Cousin Vinny."
I gotta listen to that now. I think that was the one other thing that popped me because his middle name is LaGuardia, and because, of course, if near New Yorker, the famous airport, LaGuardia Airport.
Yes. Oh man.
Oh boy.
I'm just looking at the album cover, and he's wearing that ridiculous red suit from the movie. Oh man. If anybody hasn't seen it, I cannot recommend My Cousin Vinny enough. I try to recommend it to as many people as possible.
Any of you Utes better check that out.
Yes. And yes, Marissa Tomei did absolutely deserve the Oscar for this.
Yes.
Okay, coming to the end. So, we've had 5 films to die for. Now, we need you to pick one film to die. Just, what is your most hated movie of all time? I should mention also, this is the second time we've recorded this show because the first time we lost the audio. So I'm wondering if it's going to be the same film as the first time we did this.
Oh, God. I don't even remember what the hell I said for the first one, but I'm going to think of it.
I'll give you a hint.
Yes.
These dreams are real.
All right, yeah, you know what? We're gonna keep the one we said the first. Okay, Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 or whatever the fuck year that came. Oh God, yes. I've never been disappointed in my life. Oh God, I saw that on Fox, and I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes. I regretted watching the whole hour and a half of it. It's so fucking bad, dude. It's so fucking bad.
It's terrible. We've talked about it a few times, and it will forever piss me off that not enough people talk about how awful the acting is in the opening scene. Like, I recently rewatched it. I think it was this year. And some of it is actually okay. I mean, the CGI still looks fucking terrible on Freddy's face, but some of it is okay. But the opening scene is diabolical. And I really don't want to criticize him so much because he is pretty successful. You know, he went on to do Twilight and shit. Oh, actually, Twilight was before this. But I gotta call out Kellen Lutz because it's the worst line delivery I've ever heard in my life. It's in the opening scene. If it'll let me, I'll try and clip it into the show. But he sat across, because it needs to be studied, because he sat across from her, and they're talking about him having nightmares, and he's obviously trying to stay awake. And he's just like, the girl he's talking to is just like, they're just dreams. These dreams aren't real. And his response is, these dreams are real.
Okay, Dean, listen to me. They're just dreams. Okay, they're not real.
These dreams, they're real.
If you have not seen it, that's why I'm not even. I'm just shaking my head because of how bad it was.
Terrible.
These dreams are real. They tried.
They tried, and there was just too much wrong with it. I do like Jackie Earle Haley. He's a great character actor. His one little scene in Shutter Island I love, but they just fucked up Freddy's design. It just didn't have the same charm as the original. For one thing, you're missing young Johnny Depp.
That is true. That's the thing. You don't have to see the original cast. It's bullshit. It's like the shake and bake nonsense.
And in the role of young Johnny Depp, you've got young John Connor from the Sarah Connor Chronicles, Thomas Dekker.
Yes.
Not exactly Johnny Depp.
No, and it was just so terrible because I remember watching the trailer for it, and I'm like, okay, I'll give this a shot. The Friday the 13th ones were good. The Halloween, the Rob Zombie ones were...
Okay, so
yeah,
I have a complicated relationship with the Rob Zombie Halloween because obviously you can see in the background there, I love the original Halloween. It's one of my top 5. If I was to do this, it'd probably be on the list. And when I first watched the Halloween remake, I was pissed because for one thing, they spent way too much time on the backstory. Didn't need to know that much about Michael Myers. Didn't need to see him as a long-haired punk little kid. Didn't need to see Rob Zombie's wife again.
Yeah.
He's the only reason she gets work. I'm sorry. She's in all of his fucking movies. And I hated it for years. But then the sequel came out, H2, and it was even worse somehow. It's horrific. But I rewatched the Halloween remake, the Rob Zombie version, after about 10 years. 10 years after it originally came out, I gave it another chance. And I'm thinking, it's actually not that bad. Yeah, they do spend too much time on the backstory, but when it gets to the present day, and the night of the attacks and everything. It's actually really, really good. They just don't spend enough time on it. And then Halloween 2 still sucks ass.
It's bad. Like, I cannot stress enough how bad that movie is and A Nightmare on Elm Street, but here's the thing. I could take Halloween 2 over A Nightmare on Elm Street just because For These Dreams Are Real, and then it just goes off a fucking cliff. Putting that one, fucking killing that one right off. Fucking shoot it with the gun. Shoot the DVD with a gun. Shoot it. Shoot that bitch. Just run over it like Matt Hardy did to lead us poster back in 2005. Just do that whole shit. Right there.
I think the worst part was Wes Craven wasn't involved in it.
Yeah.
Which may be down to why it sucks so much. The director has done nothing, actually. He mainly does commercials, and he like does ads for Super Bowl and stuff. But like, this is the only film he's directed.
Oh,
well, what can I say?
These dreams are real?
These dreams are real.
Yeah.
It was produced by Michael Bay, which hit and miss. But you mentioned Friday the 13th. That was actually a really solid remake. And that was also produced by Michael Bay. But I don't know what went wrong, because in the Friday the 13th remake, they actually really stuck close to the original. It was essentially a remake of the first 3 films. But then you got Nightmare on Elm Street, which is dog shit.
It's horrible. It's so fucking bad.
And they really should have continued to make more sequels after that Friday the 13th remake. But thankfully, they didn't continue with A Nightmare on Elm Street either. And thankfully, we can still remember Freddy Krueger as Robert Englund and not Jackie Earle Haley. As much as I like him, this sucked ass.
Oh, it was fucking terrible, dude.
So yes, I will completely concur with that. Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 can die.
Yes, a slow and painful death. A slow and painful death.
Oh man! All right, so you've now had 5 films recommended to you people, and 1 to avoid for life. Just don't do it. Mr. Larkin, this is your close-up to close up. Tell everybody what you got coming up. Where can people find you? And obviously we see you dip and dive into Max Wrestling every now and then. We're going to see you again for promo series, which is the anniversary of your first Max event.
Yes. So, as Dazzarino just said, there you see me pop in from Max every now and then to come on and do a guest spot, as well as cut some promos, as well as do some work with my boys in the TSK. We are all a nice little tight-knit wrestling family here. You can check out some old episodes as well on the Max Wrestling Facebook page, as well as my YouTube page, S&M Network Shows. Since Halloween's coming up, I'm going to put up one of the shows that Daz and I have done with the net picks that's also on my YouTube as well. Our Halloween films, where we touched upon said movies, and also the fact that A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 can go die. We even said it 5 years ago. We said it 5 years ago. We'll say it even more now. So there's that. There's On the Mic with Mike. There's the Steve and Mike Show, which Steve and I will be challenging Moses and Dan for the Max Tag titles at Promo Series. Spoiler alert. And it's going to be fun because Steve is one of these, but you also get to see crazy and the Steve and Mike Show can be with our singing, our dancing, and our old mind control. It's a conspiracy and all that good stuff. So that mind control, Mike Larkin, mind control. So yes, you get to bring that into the fruition as well. You can check out the LFC podcast, like Dazzy mentioned, Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast, LFCfights.com, as well as S&M Network Shows. You could see me doing my thing, ring announcing at LFC 35 and LFC 36 from Las Vegas, Nevada, at the FSW Arena, the Future Stars of Wrestling Arena. And you can check me out as well. Pop Culture History is on my channel as well. You could check out the weekly review with Paul Morales, Daniel Crimmins, and I. Uncaged with Daniel Crimmins and I. We just finished our 5th season. We'll be going on to season 6 very soon. Of course, Deep into the Heart of Wrestling with Robert Davis and Nicola and I doing our thing there. So, yes! So it is it's a plethora of just working a lot with my great friends, including this son of a gun over here. And, of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's SNM Show 1 or MCL92. Larkin_92 and M Larkin MB on Instagram. So yeah, that's a lot, but that's what happens when you're the podcast machine. So yeah.
Yeah, this is why I gave you that nickname. Yeah, no days off.
No days off.
Yeah, speaking of Max Wrestling, we have an event coming up this week called Summer's End, which does feature Nicola McDonald, as you just mentioned, also known as the Demoness, defending the World Championship against that weird Joker-like guy called the Jester. He looks very familiar. But it's also the death of the Jester.
I was about to say, don't mean to cut you off, but doesn't the Jester want her to kill him?
Yeah, he wants to die, just like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. We also got some trivia and some more promo battles in the ongoing promo climax, which Mike has won himself, actually.
Yes,
promo climax 2. It's weird to be competing in it because I've only observed the promo climax before, but now I'm actually competing in it this year, and it's a lot of fun. Statman 2.0. So yeah, you can catch Summer's End this Thursday. And thank you for joining us. I am your captain. You can find me every single week on Max Wrestling Podcast, available primarily on YouTube, but it is also on all podcast platforms. Captain's Revenge music, obviously I write, produce music. It is available on Spotify and all streaming platforms. Album number 4 dropped a few weeks ago. You can find all 4 albums on Spotify. And also I got a couple more projects coming up, including this one, 5 Films to Die For. There is also another show in the pipeline, which I think I will tease in the middle of the show, but I'm going to plug it anyway because I'm planning on recording it tomorrow, so I'm going to drop it real soon, which is called Homicidal Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yes, I am delving into the podcast trope of true crime.
Well, congrats, number 1, but number 2, I'm like, oh, we're going with true crime with this bit. As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh, yeah. All right, I know where you're going.
It's a trope. You got to do it. This has been 5 Films to Die For, but there is plenty more to live for. We will see you in the sequel. And remember, these dreams are real.
These are the movies we watch on a Saturday night. These are the movies that forever changed my life. Watching it over and over again until the end of time.
These dreams, they're real.